So I entered foster care system at just 1 day old when me and my mother both tested positive for drugs. My biological mother, struggled with a drug addiction to crack cocaine. And during the time of my birth, she was getting high in a crack house. I went to stay with my aunt, who became my legal guardian at age 7. It seemed safe, but she also struggled with an addiction to alcohol. And I experienced a lot of abuse, both physical and mental. It was really tough. It was really traumatic. We just grew up really poor, really neglected. She kept us hidden a lot because of the abuse. So we were isolated from our other family members. At 18 years old, I knew that I was going to go to college. I knew that I was going to be an advocate and make sure that young women like myself just didn't go through this again. So I was getting ready to just fill out college applications, doing FAFSA, and I just went to my aunt and I just asked for my social security number. And she initially didn't want to give it to me. She went into the hospital. She got really sick. And so during her time in the hospital, she was asking for forgiveness for all of everything she had done to me and my brother during our childhood. And I was like, I will forgive you if you give me the number. And that's when she just told me, you don't have one. For the first time, I was learning that my mother wasn't my mom. I was just learning so much about myself, and I was just really confused. I didn't know what my name meant. I didn't know who named me. I didn't know my birth date. It was just some date that they thought it was, because all of this stuff just went undocumented. So it was like I was uncovering one lie, but it seemed like everything else was just a blur. My aunt was in the hospital during that time, so she passed away Christmas Eve that year. And so at that time, I just kind of went homeless with no documents, no way to go, like get a 9-to-5, no way to go to school. I just kind of had a phone book, and I was like, I'm just gonna call all the lawyers that I see in here, and I'm just gonna like explain my story to them. So I got a couple hang-ups. I got a couple like a lot of people just didn't believe me. I actually found it was a nonprofit law firm that specifically helps foster youth. It's the Alliance for Children's Rights, and they just like gave me a plan. We went down to the courthouse and we filed this case to reopen my foster care case, and it dragged along. So it was like a year-long case, but during the time they were starting a scholarship foundation for youth that wanted to go to college, and they was like, you should submit an application. And during the time I did, and I ended up getting it. So during this time I was able to go to college. I started off at Cal State Northridge. I attended that school for 2 years in California, but my dream was to always go to Howard University. Once I got this social security number, and my lawyer just kind of looked at me and she was just like, what does this mean? And I was like, I'm gonna live my dream, I'm going to Howard.